What is good, Truth Nation? It is your girl, Noni Juice, and I am holding it down. And I have a very special guest with me today who I'm so excited to be talking to. This
Where is he?
person, this person has been on SNL. They have done voice for The Simpsons, Family Guy, so many other shows, but they are so widely known to be the king of impersonations. I am talking about JayPharoah. How are you doing,
Yo,
Jay?
yo, what's going on? I'm good. I can't complain. I could, but they wouldn't listen. That's what my dad always says.
No, for
So.
real. And I was going to ask you, like, how are you really? Because you're on your comedy tour right now and you've done a couple of days so far. And I know the tour life can be a little bit hectic. So, how are you doing?
Well, I'll tell you. I'll just tell you about this week. What happened this week? I just got back in from Dublin,
Mm,
Ireland.
okay.
Dublin. I was out there in Dublin, out there with the people. They were like, "Hey, watch it now." I said, "I can't believe it, Jay. You actually won the show." I did. I won the show that I was on. It
Did you
sounds like
really?
I won the show. Yeah, it was this Fox show called Name That Tune, and it was
Oh,
me versus Nicole Byer, and I ended up taking $35,000 home for my charity. So I'm really happy about that. You know,
nice.
and now I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina right now as part of the tour. And trying to get these trying to push these last minute sales and get these shows sold out so we can continue to expand the Pharoah brand. But I mean, what is the time zone? I don't know. I don't know what time it is. My body sleeps when it can, when it has access to it. And if I got to pop up in an hour, it's fine. But listen, this is the life. This is the life I chose. And until I get to where I want to be, I will not stop. And then when I get to where I want to be, that's when it just begins. So it never ends.
It never ends. That's what we sign up for, when we're chasing our dreams. And you are definitely chasing your dreams. Now, you started well, you were born in Virginia, right? Would you say you were born in a small town in Virginia?
Yup, Chesapeake 757, baby. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah, shout it
So,
out. I'm always shouting out the 414 here in Milwaukee.
oh, let's see. Let's see. Shout out to Allen Iverson. Shout out to Sweet Pea Whitaker, rest in peace. Shout out to Pharrell, the Neptunes, Malice, Pusha, Tim, Drum, Maseko, Leonard Oops, as far as the comedians go, Bodacious, Angus Black. You know what I mean? I'm glad to be in the fraternity of a small town, but when we make our splash, we make our splash. You feel me? It gets felt. It's felt ubiquitously when we get out there. So
Right.
yeah.
Because I didn't
So
even
shout
know
out
all
to them.
those people were from there.
Yeah. See, it's something in the water. It's something in the water.
But
That's why
see,
we got that festival called Something in the Water, because there is literally something in the water. They might be dropping they might be dropping some chemicals in there, but it's cool because we keep making all these big athletes. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Plaxico Burrs, Allen Iverson, everybody, man. We got a lot of people from out there. So my town is my town is not really, it's known, the people are known, but for repping, you feel me? I feel like we gotta rep it harder. So
No, for
seven five
real.
seven,
I
what's
resonate with
happening?
that a lot because Milwaukee is kind of known as a smaller market. Not a lot of people know what's going on here. You
You know
included.
what?
I was gonna hop on you, sir, because you talk about some. Oh yeah, they got rock in Milwaukee, smashing pumpkins. What are you talking about?
Yeah, y'all got some blacketry happening now. I did
Yeah.
not know. I did not know there was a large, it was a 65% African American
Yes,
community out there.
Milwaukee is
I
popping.
I did not know. When you think about Milwaukee, you don't think about that. You think about nice white folks in the suburbs. I'm not thinking about all my cousins. You know what I'm saying?
That's common though. That is so common. So similar to Virginia, like people from Milwaukee, we just gotta rep it a little bit harder. And with people
Yeah.
like you coming to our city, it really does help, put a stamp on what we got going on here. So from small city to small city, how would you describe your journey making it to the big leagues? Because coming from a smaller town, a lot of people, they think it's so hard, which it is, but it's actually possible.
It's possible if you, first of all, you gotta speak it, and then you gotta conceive it. You understand? You speak it, you believe in it, and somehow it all works out. I'm not from a sketch background. I did a sketch. I was on a sketch team at VCU for about 4 months. You know what I mean? And then stopped going to VCU, hit the road hard for a year, and then ended up on SNL. But the first thing is just speaking it into existence. I had no clue how I was going to get on SNL. I had no clue. I had no clue how to get on the road with Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
But that happened. You know what I mean? I was 19 years old when that happened. I thought that was my SNL, but it wasn't. And at 22, I got SNL, but I believed it. I said, Lord, if you can make this happen, I'll surrender to you. You just make it happen and make a way. And when you have unfiltered faith like that, nothing is impossible.
Yes.
So coming from a small town, yes, you can do it. Anybody can do it. You just gotta have persistence. You just gotta believe in yourself, and you just gotta block out the negativity because it comes in copious amounts. So you just have to you got to be able to sift through all the BS and get to your purpose. And I believe I'm living in my purpose right now. So,
Yes, I
amen.
love that. Amen to that. I love how hard you go, for your religion. You talk a lot about Christianity and having that faith, and you all know faith without works is dead, and you definitely put in that work to
Absolutely.
get to where you are at. Now, I'm going to talk about SNL real quick because you were on, oh, yes, shout it out. I see it. You got
Yeah,
your
man.
Jesus piece on. But going
Got the
to
J.
SNL, you were on there for 6 seasons. That's a long time to be doing sketches every single week. You have to constantly think of content. You have to constantly be creative. Do you feel like
Yeah,
being on SNL was one of those big pushes to make you kind of think a little bit harder to be creative? Did it push you to go to that next level?
absolutely. I mean, you can't have you you have to have creativity first, but um just being on a show where you have to pump out material like that, where it's basically McDonald's and comedy put together, you definitely learn how to sharpen your skills. And it's literally comedy boot camp. That's what it is. It's comedy boot camp. You get in there because you might think that your voice is funny from where you're from, but then you have to be able to articulate that amongst people who are from Harvard, amongst folks who are who went to spell, all different walks of the country, sometimes the world. So it sharpens your tool, and if you can get through that job afterwards, nothing is hard.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had everything else to me has been cake compared to SNL, because on the other jobs, I don't have to audition for my job every week. Where SNL, I got to audition every week. You're only good as your last show at that place.
Right.
And in all honesty, you're only good as your last work. So, you know, um, whatever is the most current thing out that people see of you, if it's not up to standards, then that's the perception that they have of you. So you always have to be on your toes, and you always have to be ready, and you always have to be able to freestyle and come off the top with anything. You got to be ready for anything. And yeah, I'm ready for anything. Shoot, I'm surprised as soon as I got off that show, I ain't just find a wife and get married. Just shoot, because that's another hard step right there. But it ain't as hard as SNL. I tell you that. I
Uh,
tell you that. I tell you that, boy. Woo, boy.
no, for
Women
real
come
though.
easy.
Women come
Yeah,
easy. They can come a little bit easy. You're gonna have to, have that commitment for them. Okay, you gotta
yeah,
have the
but
commitment.
the right ones are always worth working for, and the right ones always, you can see the patience. You'll have patience with the right person, but the other ones, you just like, I don't even want to talk to you tomorrow because your conversation is mid. I don't want to talk to you,
Right.
so I'm just gonna go ahead and just enjoy this night and get on to the next thing. But again, that is a reformed lifestyle that I had. I'm no longer dabbling too much in the salaciousness of this world. So I'm doing a good job. But yeah, it's one of the hardest jobs, but it turns you into a diamond. So I'm a
Yeah.
comedy diamond right now.
Yeah, and for you to be on there so young, it's like you had to kind of grow up a little bit quick. So what did you
Yeah.
learn or what did SNL teach you about the industry, being there for how as long as you were there?
What did it teach me about the industry? There's many things that taught me about the industry, things to watch out for, but I think it taught me to just be okay be okay if you have to take a loss. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Be okay with that. You don't dwell on it, because it's the next week is a new week. You could be on top of the world one week, and then the next week you don't have any sketches. So it taught me how to keep my ego in check. Because I was used to getting on stage and just destroying, getting on stage and just and killing. And I was used to doing that at the table, but sometimes, even when you have a sketch that kills, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to put it on. It might not fit for that week. They might be like, all right, we're going to use this another week with this host because this host fits better in the sketch. But, you might be so focused and devastated that it didn't get picked that you might miss that blessing. You know what I mean? Oh, forget that. I can't believe they ain't picked my stuff. Nobody else, everybody was laughing. You gotta be able to roll with the punches. And I feel like after that place, I can roll with any punch. And you're not gonna get me out of my character because I'm not a guy that really comes out of his character too much. If I do, it scares folks because they barely see it.
Right.
But it also taught me to every word that you use is important. Every word that you use is important. The smallest word in a sketch or the smallest word in a stand-up bit can change the whole joke. So be intentional with every word that you have, and not even with sketch. When you're talking and you're talking to folks and you're trying to culminate certain relationships, you speak with a purpose. If you speak with a purpose, people will respect you. You're not a joke. And if you're not a joke, they're not going to play games with you.
Yeah, I love that. Every single word counts, especially in this day and age where you're on social media and you're trying to do not you per se, but just anybody, any comedian today who wants to do like sketches and skits. People have short attention spans now. So you kind of have to make every single word count. Now, with that being said, the world is kind of going towards social media. We find a lot of comedians on social media. How would you describe the comedic climate today? Do you feel like a lot of people still appreciate the craft of stand-up, or do you think they more so like, just the things they do online?
I think that both are appreciated. I believe the regular art of stand-up on stage is a coveted art form that not everybody is good at or able to do. And as far as short form content, not everybody can do that. Because, I know comedians that can never drop a punchline in 6 seconds. It takes them 2.5 minutes because the punch comes at the end, But for those folks that are able to do that, that's a skill set. But it's all in the realm of comedy. So comedy right now, to me, feels evolved. It's just evolved and accessible. You can, and whatever you want to consume, you can. Hey, some people like to just see crowd work. Some people like that, some people like straight up bits. Some people like straight up one-liners. Some people like 6-second or 30-second sketches. Whatever it is, you can consume it because we're connected more now than we've ever been in our existence. So I don't think it's a bad thing, and I didn't start on YouTube, but I did get attention and gain a lot of notoriety from YouTube.
Were you on Vine?
Before I got on SNL.
Were you on Vine?
I was, but what's crazy? So I checked into this hotel last week. Where was I at last week? Because I'll probably never go back. I'm playing. I'll go back. Pleasanton. I was in Pleasanton, and the manager at the front desk was like, I gave him my license because I'm masked up. I'm always masked up.
Yeah.
I keep it like that. Not even for health purposes, just for incognito purposes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I keep my shades on sometimes.
Keep it on. It's better to just be able to get through than it is being like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I go up to the front and I give her my license, and she was like, "Wait a minute," and I was like, yeah. She was like, wait a sec. I gave her my email after I gave my license. She was like, JayPharoah. She was like, from Vine? I said, whoa. I haven't heard that mess in years. I was on Vine for a short stint, but I just got up there to just feed the algorithm. It wasn't my main thing. I wasn't like King Batch up there, whatever. But I had some followers. But holla at your boy. TikTok, I got 1.2 million. I don't know how.
Okay,
but I got 1.2 million. Yeah. Hey, I did it on one of them, right? At least I got one. Shoot.
Right. You have such a big following, and a lot of that following comes from your amazing impersonations. Okay,
Oh,
JayPharoah, everybody can do so many different people. We've all heard Will Smith, Barack Obama, Jay-Z,
yeah.
Denzel, like so many, 50 Cent, like so many different people who you
Yeah.
impersonate so well.
Hey, and when I come out with this documentary, like everybody's gonna love it because I told the truth. I've been telling the truth about this. I've been telling you about him all the time. I'm not gonna say his name because if you say his name 3 times, that's when he comes in the room, Harlem shaking. If you want to, if if you don't want the producer dancing in the videos, doing all that, like if I was your best friend, then come to G Unit.
Hey, see, y'all already know. That is crazy that you can do that. That a skill that anybody can have, or is that just a God-given talent?
It's 50%. It's 50% God given, and it's 50% work. Well, let me do this. It's 100% God given, and it's 100% working on your craft and doing the work. I know a few folks who I would say they're good, but if they really locked in to the character, they would be exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody has that type of work ethic. I mean, I spent relentless hours when I was younger, just going over, watching interviews, just seeing how somebody moves, seeing how their eyes move, seeing how their mouth moves, their ears, looking at things like that, hearing different inflections to the point where when I do the character, I can improv as the character. I don't have a script. It's just me coming off my head because I know the character so well. So it's all about putting that work in and studying. And if you do that, you'll be great. But
Yeah.
LeBron James wouldn't be LeBron James if he didn't get up at 3:30 in the morning and go to the gym, go get some sleep, eat breakfast, uh, go to the basket, go to the court, and then work it out. He wouldn't be that person if he didn't put that work in there. So anybody can be great, but you just have to be able to align yourself with discipline and keep going
Yeah.
because a lot of folks stop before they get there. A lot of folks will stop before they have that one breakthrough moment. I was on a roundtable conversation with it was Antoine, not Antoine. He did what's that movie? Antoine Fisher,
Mm-hmm.
but his name what's his name? Derek Luke.
Okay.
Derek Luke said he had 1,000 auditions before he nailed and got that movie. I
Mm.
said, God dang,
Yeah.
I'm over here complaining about having to having to audition and having to keep doing. Why I gotta keep auditioning? They know what I can do, but it's like if you don't keep going, you'll never see that great side of yourself. So the fact hearing that he had that many tries and he didn't get it and then he finally landed was just like, man, I need to stop. I'm not going to be complaining. I'm not going to be complaining. I'm just going to put my best foot forward. And when it happens, when that role happens, everybody's going to know about it. Like that one.
Yes. No, 100%. You got to put your 10,000 shots up, and it's good to
Absolutely.
hear those types of stories because then it kind of does humble you in a way. It's like, okay, let me chill out because if the greats are still going through it 10 times what I'm going through, then listen, I can take whatever I got going on right now. But with that, though,
Absolutely.
you study a lot. Do you see yourself doing a role similar to how Jamie was in Ray, like taking on an actual person and being in a more, I don't want to say like a serious type of film, but do you see yourself
Done.
doing that?
Absolutely. I mean, I started in theater. I started acting when I was 8 years old. And definitely that's why I didn't have a phobia of the stage. I wasn't scared of it. And I hope that I do get the opportunity to portray somebody's likeness where I can really tap in. And like a Ray or like a Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do with It, or even I will even say Eddie Murphy in Dreamgirls because that character wasn't that character based off of James Brown? Um,
I heard
it's
something
it's
like that.
yeah, it's definitely possible. Yeah, I'm trying to get my Chadwick Boseman on for sure. I'm not I'm not even lying. Because the talent is there. I even remember Chadwick Boseman saying something to me in 2018. White Famous had just got canceled, and I was at the NAACP Awards, and he came up to me
He said, "Hey man, how you doing?" I said, I'm good. He said, even though your show got canceled, he said, don't worry about it because you're gonna get another one because that show showed that you can act. And a lot of people didn't know that before.
And I said, thank you, Chadwick. He didn't have to say that to
At
me,
all.
but it's like, it's yeah, when the people can see it, people that do what you aspire to do, when they give you little tidbits like that, it just gives you energy and strength to keep going.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get that opportunity one day. Hopefully I will in this biopic. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I will. It ain't been announced yet, so I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing about it.
Yeah.
But there's a chance in the future for me to play an iconic character on screen with another iconic character
Wow.
on screen with another iconic character.
Wow.
So yeah,
No,
yeah. So it's coming.
I hope that you do get that opportunity because with all of your talent that you had or have, I feel like people sometimes almost pigeonhole you just to your impressions or
Yep.
impersonations, and I feel like you have such a wide range that you could show us, and I feel like this movie that you're talking about could be like a breakout role for you. Do you feel like is that the thing that you feel like you might be missing is just like that breakout role? You mentioned Marvel a lot. Like you like
Yeah.
being in Marvel, I feel like maybe
Yeah.
that would be a breakout role for you or this new movie that you're, hoping to get.
I think I think this movie is gonna be an eye opener for a lot of people and a solidified talent in people's eyes, not just one area, but the whole spectrum of things. And people who really follow me, they know.
Mhm.
People who really follow me, they know, but everybody's not watching you like the people that adore you. You
Yeah.
have so many people. You got the adverse spirits out there who don't believe in what you can do, and they're waiting for you to fail.
Yep.
And you don't do it for them. You do it for the people. You do it for the people who believe in you. So when you do have those victories and you have those awards and you have those moments, all of the folks that believed in you and yourself, you can all celebrate together
Yeah.
because it's a win. Because you're part of the team. So it's gonna happen. And
You got to stick
and
to
I'm
your
gonna get in.
purpose.
Yep, stick to your purpose. And I know I'm gonna be in DC or Marvel. I would love. I mean, I'm a little more darker. I like the dark grittiness
You want to be a
of
villain?
DC. Yeah, I would love to play a villain. I would love to play a villain.
I would
I'm
love to
good at
see you play a villain.
I'm good at look. I'm always playing these nice, sweet characters, and I get
Yeah.
killed. And I'm like, yo, man, let me play the Joker, bro. Like, come on, let me play Thanos or something like that, or
Yeah.
like a Kang type of character, or something. God dang it, let me do that because I feel like even in high school when I was doing plays, I was bad guys, and I would always play those so well. Miss Shula. Shout out to my drama teacher. She was like, "You're so good. You're so good at playing bad." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know why."
Yeah, like I would love to see you do more serious stuff because even like how Kevin Hart, he's been taking the more serious. I don't want to keep
Oh
calling
yeah.
it serious, but you know what I mean. Like those roles, I think you would be
Yeah.
amazing in those.
There's a movie you could check out if you all didn't get a chance to, but I did the Buddha Records, Motown Records biopic Spin and Gold where I played Cecil Holmes. Now there
Okay.
wasn't a yeah, there wasn't any footage of me to watch, so it's basically me playing the character to Neil Bogart, who was the founder of Casablanca, but being his right hand man and having his back fully. So that's how I played that character.
Yeah.
But that's one. It's a serious movie. It's a
Mhm.
serious movie, and you get to see my acting chops in that movie, and
Yes.
they shine through. They really
Yes.
did.
Now,
Yeah,
before
yeah.
I get you up out of here, I do want to ask you about the show. Because this show is going to be coming to Milwaukee, your comedy. Do you have a special name for your show, your comedy show?
It's the JayPharoah show. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no special. Ain't no special. I ain't got no name on my tour. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
I ain't Matt Rife in it yet, or I'm not Joe Coy in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Chris Rock in it, naming it something. I'm just on the road in anticipation of releasing my next special, which I shot already, and it's phenomenal. I
Yay.
can't wait for everybody to see it. Because it's been a minute since I have dropped one, and I've grown a lot. as a man, as a comedian, and just as just an artist in general. But there ain't no name, so just I say come out, have fun, uh, forget about your problems, because that's what I'm gonna do. While I'm on stage, I'm gonna make you forget about them for that hour and change. And man, it's one of the best live shows you're gonna see in your life. So I hope to see everybody there.
Yeah. So I always wanted to ask, are you a little nervous sometimes, or do you think comedians are nervous to hit on serious topics when they are on stage at a comedy show? Because the
I mean,
climate can be a little sensitive nowadays.
yeah, but as long as you attack it from a articulate standpoint, and it makes sense, and it's not to offend, but you're just putting out your point of view without disrespecting other people's points of view, then I think it's fine. But you don't want to get up there and just spew hate like I hate all these. You can't. That's not a joke. There's no funny in that. Hate isn't funny. You know what I'm saying? Fun is fun. Fun is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta find the fun in it, and you gotta find that line where you can tip over, but you can still come back and not get canceled.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate you so much, JayPharoah, for coming through. We are so excited to see you at the Improv in Milwaukee, December 15th, 16th, and the 17th. Make sure you guys go get your tickets. It's going to be an amazing show. I would ask you what your truth is, but I probably can just see you at the show and ask you, huh?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You can. That means you got to come.
It does. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to be there then. I hope you have a great rest of your day and you take care, all right?
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.